Welcome back to another episode of Good Luggage. I have to apologise, I haven't been around for a while. There's just been an awful lot of things happening at home and different jobs, different things that have been going on, so I haven't had a chance to do anything. But I want to introduce you to this 04 Mitsubishi Pajero, which is a farm Jeep belonging to a friend of mine's mother. The Jeep is very, very bad. I would call this nearly a disaster detail. And even looking at some of the images here, you can see that there's all sorts of polish residue, or I think what's polish residue, I'm not exactly sure what it is. Lots of bees, lots of bugs, lots of mold and mildew, lots of algae, just everything. The wheels have caked on brake dust. There's green everywhere in this vehicle. Even when you open the doors and look inside, the thing is just absolutely filthy with dust and dirt and again mold everywhere. There's mold on the armrests, on the gear knobs, everything. So to me this would be considered a disaster detail, and for the task then it took me a couple of days because I couldn't do one full day. I had to do a number of different days and different times of the days as well, so that was kind of a bit of an aspect of the detail that I didn't really enjoy. But we kind of go through the pros and cons, or the challenges that I faced having to do it over a couple of days. So sit back, enjoy the video, and if you have any comments, please do leave them in the comment section. So in order for me to be able to sit in this, I think, any longer, I'm going to have to get a good couple of tools. And I think my process that I think I'm going to start with here is I'm going to hoover out the majority of the Jeep, get it somewhat habitable that I can actually stay in it for a little bit longer and tolerate the smell and stuff in here. So as I sit in it now, the smell is like a old dog smell, dirty, moldy, old sort of smell. I don't know when the last time this was cleaned. I'm going to get the compressor, get the George, little brush, and let's get started on tidying it up a bit anyway. Good thing we took the seats out. Well, the seat for now, but next one was yet to come. God knows what is living in here. Horrendous. Anyway. Absolutely roasting doing this, but look what came out behind the front seat. Obviously a bottle of water, but with a dog in here, God knows what that is. Probably nothing, but hairy, but not too bad. Hopefully. Let's see. Unfortunately my stabilizer just stopped, but it's not looking too bad so far. Still a couple of little bits of edges and little tiny little bits, but gonna go and tackle that front seat, the passenger side, and just in between the sort of half bulkhead thing and the armrest, there's a load of stuff in there, so that's what we're going to move on to next. Now, so I'm not sure what is wrong with my batteries there now at the minute, but there seems to be, I don't know, they're not charging properly and stuff, so I'm constantly in and out changing batteries and stuff. So what I'm going to do is pretty much the same as the other side. I'm not going to do it all again on video. Take out the seat, hoover and do all the bits and bobs here, and after that all then we'll do the seats then separately outside then. Just thought once we had the seat out we better take a quick video of what this looks like as well. More crap and stuff in there. There's a brush for keeping stuff clean, but it's not really doing much of a job. Yeah, 2022, 22. Lots of webs, lots of cobwebs. I'm not sure, but I think possibly in the back, in the boot, and whatever you want to call it, the door of the boot, I think I may have found a cockroach. I'm not sure, and I don't know where that would have come from. So, I have most of the hoovering done. I do want to go over it a bit again, but I just kind of want to get other little bits done and see if there's any more dust fall around the place, and then give it another hoover again. I need to do the wash process yet, or the shampooing of the stuff as well, so that will also take up a lot more of the excess dust and bits that might fall as well. But overall it's looking a little bit better now. I only have an hour left today, sorry, only 40 minutes left today, so what I'm going to try and do is tackle the plastics and the dashboard and all the sort of dusty bits and bobs here and see how we get on, just as much as we can for now, for today. Tomorrow then we may try and go and do the shampooing on the seats and or just finish off the interior. Might get a start on the outside then as well. So the product that I'm going to use as well, just to let you know, is the Labo Cosmetica Omnia at a 1:10 dilution ratio. So Omnia, I think it's 2.0. My personal favourite cleaning product, or interior cleaner. It's probably one of the nicer smelling ones as well. I think most of the Labo range, you might kind of understand by now that I kind of really like the Labo range. So we'll give it a shot, see how it goes. If I need something a little bit stronger, we'll tackle that when it comes down. I think I'm going to have to bring out more of a secret weapon and bring out the steamer. Right, so this is the trouble with having to do things at your filter there. This is the trouble with having to do things at sort of different intervals and stuff like that. So did a bit earlier on, this is now later on in the evening, and now what I had to do is I had to put things back into the car, unfortunately, or into the Jeep, unfortunately, because I can't be leaving them out, sitting out and about. So that's, I suppose, the whole wish of having a unit or even a van, if you had everything all in one spot. I think the unit would be the right job. So anyway, we're going to get going at the steaming process to see if we can make that there a little bit cleaner. Well, there's a couple of little areas that are, I've put the stuff on it already, but it's just not cleaning properly. So we're going to use a bit of steam to help with that process. Okay, so I have to admit I got a little bit carried away with myself there, and I didn't have the camera running. But a couple of bits that I did all around the driver's area, up along the B pillar here, around the sort of steering wheel area, still a bit to do there. I'm just going to put a bit of steam through the vents now and try and clear up that clear out the air vent system. Pull all this stuff out again and get going on the inside of the back here. Today, however, I'm going to try a couple of different products on the inside in the back here. Because it's a farm vehicle, it's probably going to turn out to be dirty in no time with the dogs going into it again and other bits and bobs being put in or whatever. So it gives me an opportunity to try a couple of little products in the back here. So I'm going to try the Clean Tool interior cleaner. I have tried this before and got good results out of it, but I'm going to try it with plastics and bits and bobs. And I'm also going to try ADBL bonnet. This one's meant to be very good on interior surfaces, particularly the head liner. I've seen people using it, and Peter from OCD said, yeah, this would be the right thing to be using. So I'm going to try it on this, try it on the plastics, maybe do one side with Clean Tool and one side with bonnet. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know at the end of the video. Okay, so we're going to go with the Clean Tool first. It says you can dilute 1:1 or just go neat. Because this is absolutely manky, I'm going to go just straight on from the bottle. So I'm going to agitate it in with a brush then. So a good foaming action from it. Obviously the brush does help. I am using a stiffer type of brush, not like a really soft brush. As you know, it is a farm vehicle anyway, or at least suspended stays on the farm anyway, so there's good in-ground dirt, so I need something a little bit more power to get into the plastic really. And you can see the colour, the suds are fairly brown now at this stage already. Good suds. And let's get a clean microfiber then to dry it off. Let's see. Very nice. Now, it's done all right now. Doesn't look like much. No, there's a bit of dirt coming off that, I suppose. But I do want to wait until that's dry to get a better impression of it. So I'll do the rest here now, and we'll come back to it when it's a bit drier. Result after the Clean Tool, it definitely has cleaned it, I have to say that, and especially on the grey areas up here, it's really gotten the grey back. Done a good job on cleaning. Now you have to allow for the likes down here, all of that is wear and tear. This is a 19-year-old car or Jeep, so there is certainly obviously an amount of wear and tear, and there's nothing you're going to do to really counteract all that. I'm going to put steam on it as well with the Clean Tool just to see does it do any difference, but I can't see much else happening. So but yeah, no, overall good result with the Clean Tool. Straight out of the bottle, didn't dilute it, and especially for those dirty areas, it's definitely brought it back looking as well as it can be. Time to tackle this side over here with the, what's the other one? Bonnet, and see how we get on. So straight away, first time being used, the bonnet, and it doesn't get as foamy as the other one. Now that's not a problem because I've used other ones that don't work with foam, and then maybe now it's starting to get going a bit, but you still see the dirt in the bit of foam that is there. I know it is getting foamy now, it's alright, it's not too bad. Nice scent. I have a bit of a dose on me unfortunately, so I can't really smell too much, but I know it's foaming up well there now. The bit that I can smell though, it does smell nice. I'm not sure what it is though, but yeah, it's nice. So this is not a side-by-side comparison either, just to let you know. I'm not really, don't want to really do a side-by-side on these ones. It's just to see, do they both do exactly the same job as what I want them to do. While it's wet, it looks like a yes. And I'm not going testing the products, I'm not going diluting them and seeing which is the best ratios or anything like that now. It's a case of getting this thing done, etc, etc. And yeah, it looks good. Happy days. So that's
voice is gone completely now. That was bonnet, or bonnet. I'm just looking at these little bits over here. There's a couple of little marks and stuff here, and you can see them particularly on the grey, so they're not coming out of the brush. The likes of these bits here. I'm gonna go and try a magic eraser on these bits and see if this actually do any bit more better than the brush. Obviously it will, it's a bit more abrasive, but see how much of a difference it makes. Right, hopefully you can see it there. I'm actually struggling for viewing angles and stuff there, but anyway, bonnet up here. Here it is. Magic eraser. I think I've been doing it wrong. I think we need an eraser. Plastics and vinyls is getting the magic eraser, so it is. It's much better. Okay. Okay, so it's a bit of a funny one with the magic razor because in one circumstance it is cleaning a lot better, or it seems to, well, I mean it kind of did more on the grey there anyway. On the black I'm not seeing a huge amount, but I'm sure, I mean the sponge speaks for itself at the same time. The only problem is with the magic sponge, and here's the sort of the caveat with the sponge and the brush. The brush is, yes, it's getting into all the nooks and crannies, but with the likes of all the bigger scrapes and stuff, wherever there's a big sort of mark or scrape out of it, it's hacking the sponge out of it, so in no time you're going to be kind of left with no sponge. So it's kind of working between the two of them, maybe, I suppose. Yeah, they both kind of do the same job. Magic eraser cleans a little bit more, but you are hacking the hell out of the sponge then. Right, so panic stations for the last couple of, well, half an hour, 40 minutes. So I managed to get my little cheapy gazebo up. 60 quid in the range this was, but I wouldn't really recommend it for it in sort of heavy duty, especially not like rain like this. But anyway, it's doing the job just to be able to get the likes of the seats done there now. So I've done them, but I'm sorry I didn't video it because it's just been a bit pandemonium here. The cheap one won't go over the Jeep, which is one problem, and what that causes then is an issue between the canopy, the gazebo and the Jeep. So if I'm trying to lean in and do something there, I'm absolutely getting soaked. So I ended up having to do the carpets in there from the back. But anyway, it turned out good. I think I'm happy enough with it anyway. All up to go and throw the seat back in here now and let it dry inside then. It's time to call it quits on the interior for now. It's gone very rainy, but I'm happy the way it's turned out for what it is. Yeah, we'll give you a look at the end, what it's like. I'll just show you in here anyway for now, because I'm going to have to put the cage and the big mat and everything back into it. Right, inside is done. First trick that we're going to do outside is get going at the wheels. Now I'm going to use an acidic wheel cleaner because of the fact that there's such a build-up of brake dust on some of the wheels, not all of them but some of them. But we're going to give all the wheels good going over and see how they come out then. So I have just gone around the car with Vasco pre-wash, so this should help with any sort of tar spots and all sorts of other bits and bobs that are on the car. It's a really good strong pre-wash, so once that's on I can start to do some other bits and bobs like the tires and arches and all those sort of things. So it's working its magic on the bits of tar that you'd see down there then. It's still working. I'm only after putting it on, so that's where we're at now. We'll go and get a couple of brushes and do the tires now. So this is the annoying bit now when the sun starts coming out a bit more, and we're trying not to let Vasco dry, so we have to keep on topping it up a little bit every now and again onto the dry bits. Back down where the tar is, more down the bottom than anything. Stay at the bottom. That's not much tar up there anyway. Then we go back down here along the, I can't see what you're seeing. And back down along the railing. I think it's done most of its job anyway now. So if you don't get all the tar off with this in the first place, you can go around it with another tar product or tar removing product. So that's probably what I'm going to do here now. But I'm going to work on the mats first of all from inside the car. So here's where the controversy starts. I'm going to go washing the car now with shampoo, but that's all I'm using. And to make matters worse, that's what I'm using. Now, let me know in the comments, am I doing the right thing by using one bucket and a sponge, or should I be going the whole detailing route and using 2 buckets, 2 mitts, this, that, the other, 2 brushes, 7, 20 cloths, whatever. The thing is in a mess. I'm going to be polishing it anyway, so let me know your thoughts. I'm using 1 bucket, 1 sponge. What do you think? Am I doing it right? Let me know in the comments. Something oddly satisfying about the sponge as well. I mean, look when I'm putting it onto the panels, how much coverage it actually has on the panels. It's like loads. Test the clay out and see how hard this actually is, so hopefully you'll be able to hear it and see it. Come, nearly. Much better. So plenty to do in this Jeep anyway, so let's keep going. Right, so after a long day, the car is decontaminated. It's now time for trying out the machine polisher, and I'll show you what I'm going to use now. So it's going to be Labo Cosmetica Lille, which is a medium cut compound, but it's good for one step. And I'm going to use some microfiber pads. So hoping that we get a bit of a result and it won't take too long, because I don't have too much more time to spend on this now. Anyway, look, this is how it looks before. See, completely dead, but it's much more smoother, at least because of the clay bar. You can see the marks there on the load of scratches and stuff there. Paintwork is very bad, and so I'm not expecting huge results from this, but you can see all the marks and everything. It's horrendous looking, but hopefully we might be able to put some sort of better shape on it anyway and bring back the gloss a little bit. That's all we're aiming to do here in this one, and we might do the lights up as well. They're a little bit cloudy, so time to crack on and hopefully be finished very soon. It's always the same, always the same. You go to do something, next thing it starts puckly raining. Now, before the rain, it's actually taken quite well. Here's the mark where it's glossy and not glossy, so I'm not sure if you're going to see that on the camera, probably not. And if you can, it's a bonus, but if not, see it when it's done. But need to wait for the little droplets of rain to stop now, so we can keep going. Now, understandably, this Jeep was never going to look perfect. That's a given because of the fact of the state that it was in, and there's so much paint work and defects and everything all over this that there's actually no point in doing a full-on detail in this. As you saw from some of the arches there now with the excess sort of overspray and DIY paint jobs that were done and everything, this Jeep is going back to the farm. It's going back working in a dirty environment. It's not going to be looked after in future. It was just literally, the task was to bring the shine back. So I hope you'll agree that there was a good shine brought back of what we achieved anyway. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Here's all the after footage, and again, thanks very much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you would have done anything differently, again, let me know all these bits and bobs in the comments, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers.
down.